Hey y'all, what's up? I wanted to drop some thoughts here because I had a really good friend of mine take the big leap where she is going into full-time entrepreneurship, and I'm super proud. Want to be supportive of her, but I started thinking about it. I know that there are a lot of other people who are thinking about doing the same, wanting to do the same. Maybe you don't have anything formulated yet and you're trying to figure out how you're going to get there. Or let's say you have a side hustle and you're trying to figure out how to expand it so then you can walk away from whatever you're doing. Let me just say, I know people have been paying attention to my posts, and I post every week in regards to my thoughts around what's going on in my world as far as business is concerned, education is concerned, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is my area. And let me share with you 5 things that came top of mind for me. 5 things, okay? So the first thing is you have to be in the right mindset to be an entrepreneur. Most of us, especially when it comes to women, people of color, LGBT folks, any of us that have been oppressed or disenfranchised in any way, we don't always think from a profit or revenue driven place. We usually think from a sharing, collaboration, and giving place. And yes, you need to do that, but you can't share and give until you've earned and created the revenue. So start thinking about that mindset shift from completely give to what's the exchange? What's the business aspect of your work? So that's one thing that I would think about as the mindset. The second thing is do not over educate. And I know I sound like the wrong person to be saying this because, yes, I'm working on another degree and so forth. But what I found is that sometimes if you're not engaging in an academic program or some type of certification skill set that's adding skills that you desperately need, you're hiding out in the education. And usually what happens is the more degrees and certificates you get, the longer it takes for you to get them, the more time you're buying as far as not having to face full-time entrepreneurship yet because you can say that you're hiding out in the degree. So we're not going to over-educate. We're going to educate, but we're not going to over-educate. We're going to get what we need, but we're not going to get so many letters, degrees, certificates that we're not using any of them. So that's the second thing. The third thing is that you have to get yourself some help. You have to, even if it's someone that's part-time, even if it's someone who you trust that has the skill sets. It's not just someone you trust. Someone who you trust that has the skill sets, you have to get the help. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing is remember, you probably have a ton of transferable skills from what you are doing full-time into what you want to do with your career and your business. So what are those transferable skills? Whether it's the background business stuff or whether it's the actual content, what's the transferable skills? And then I would say the fifth thing is do not think you have to completely jump into entrepreneurship 100% from the get-go. I realized that a lot of people assumed that I just submitted a resignation letter and just walked away and started a business from scratch. And then this all happened in a couple of years. No, actually, of course, I've had a background in DEI and higher education for 25 years. But overlapping with that 25 years, I did have my LLC that I was side hustling. And I literally looked at each day as far as how can I do even 1 hour of consulting or even a couple of hours of document review outside of my full-time job so that I could continue to build that list of clientele and build my reputation until I could walk away. So know that there was an exit strategy. But those are the 5 things I'm thinking about now for those folks that are thinking about making a move. Yes, make a calculated move, but if you think about those 5 things, I think you can do it. I know you can do it. You can do it with focus, of course, with hard work and with help. So just think about those 5 things, but I'm sure that entrepreneurship can be for you as long as you stay focused. Okay. So those are my 5.